Hello.
Hello.
How are we doing, pal?
Oh, not too bad.
We are currently in the Pokemon Mansion. I would like to show you what I've done to my team. The boys have been levelled up a bit.
Are you saying that the boys are back in town?
That's exactly what I'm saying. Oh, do you know what pops into my head whenever anyone says that, rather than the actual song "The Boys Are Back in Town"?
Go on.
Do you remember on an episode of Burnt Face Man where they have that little jingle and it's like "Back with the boys again"?
Oh yeah, yeah. I vaguely remember that
You
one.
know exactly what I mean.
Yeah, yeah.
No one else has got any idea what we're talking about, but that's what pops into my head.
Fair enough.
Yeah, Mushroom Filter lagged behind a bit because Mushroom Filter is really difficult to level up on Tentacles.
Yep, that's fair.
And I can't adapt 4 times weakness to Acid. So, this is how the boys are looking at the minute. Vice Grip, Seismic Toss, Totem Swords Dance, because I thought that'd probably be a good idea.
How'd that even work? You don't even have any swords.
Swords Dance, and then slash everything forever. That's my strategy for the Elite Four as it currently stands.
Yeah, but
if we get that far.
I still don't understand how sword stance works when it's like, oh yeah, not even and
His mandibles might be considered swords. They're more like pincers, though, aren't they?
they are pincers. What are you
Hence
on
the
about?
name. Pincers, if you will. Pincers everywhere, but not a drop to teach swords dance to.
Yeah.
We also taught Ickbin Swift instead of Tackle, and gave him Psychic as well. So he's looking good. Don't think I changed anything on Mushroom Filter. I think Mushroom Filter might be my whipping boy for the Elite Four.
Bit harsh.
He's my I'm afraid to say that it's my mistake. I'll be honest. I shouldn't have taught him Cut.
Why not?
Because he could have had Slash by now, which is way better than Cut. I should have taught it to a HM Goober.
Ah, well.
But, hey ho. Valid Point. Don't think we've changed anything on Valid Point either. He's pretty much set. Fury Attack, I was umming and ahhing about getting rid of that. For something else, something more reliable.
Yeah.
And the Corporals had a bit of a change. I decided to teach the Corporal Mega Drain rather than Mushroom Filter because he doesn't get stabbed, but he's faster. So he's more likely to actually be able to do the move.
Oh, fair.
Then get taken out in one hit by Lorelei's Lapras. So, yeah, that's why we're looking at the minute. Pretty even level-wise. Mushroom Filter's lagging behind a bit. Is soaking up this sweet XP at the minute because I feel like he's going to be my MVP for the next few episodes. Especially taking on Blaine. I feel like if I can outspeed, get a few lucky criticals, I might be alright. Other
Maybe,
than that,
you never know.
I'm going to get absolutely destroyed.
Destroy.
And if you enjoy the sound of me making desperate plans in terrible situations, then you'll probably love the rest of our videos. So please feel free to give us a subscribe, like this video if you like what you see, and drop us a comment. Let us know how we're doing. It really helps us out.
But yeah, on with the show.
Yeah, indeed. I had a little team recap. It's like we're pros or something, man.
Yes, let's go with that, shall we?
Burglar. Oh no, my bag of loot. Fair, man. Well, I can't remember the puzzle in here, so I'm just going to wander around.
Oh, is there a puzzle in there?
Yeah, there's like you've got to open some doors. Unless I'm thinking of the Gen 2 version of it now, which I might be. I'm not sure. For a lot of its stuff, it sort of merges into one for me. Because obviously in Gen 2 you go back to Kanto, don't you?
No. This has been a long time.
It's been a long old time.
I've not played Pokemon for a bit. Like, for a hot minute.
Like the classic ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. If you played like Let's Go recently, I'm sure they added a load of like quality of life updates into it, didn't they?
Yeah. Like, Fire Red had like dark moves in it, didn't it? And stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
But, so it's
I tell you what, I am very thankful for the fact that there aren't any steel types. There's not a hell of a lot resist normal this gen, just rock, I believe. I don't think ground does. I might be wrong.
I don't know. You know way more about Pokemon than I do.
Pokemon, gotta catch them all. Diary, July 5th, Guyana. Is Guyana a real place, Dak?
Richard,
Yes.
before you ask these sort of questions, please learn more about the world. Because, yes, it is.
Whereabouts is it?
It's in South America.
Ah, yes. If only I'd have kept on scrolling. Guyana. A new Pokemon was discovered deep in the jungle. Okey-doke.
If you would like to know, it's near Venezuela. Or is it,
Oh, really?
or is it in Venezuela? It's...
Is it a country or a region?
Guyana's a region. Oh, yeah, that's it. It's next to Venezuela. It's... basically, it's like, it's in Brazil, as a nutshell.
I see.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, it's basically next to Venezuela, is next to Colombia. So it's like, you know where Suriname is?
Oh, yeah.
It's next to Suriname.
So, like, Central South America. Sort of. Well, more towards the north than the south.
It's more the top. It's the top of South America. Yeah, it's the top of South America, I'd say, because Argentina's the bottom, and then like Bolivia and Brazil, I'd say, and Paraguay are like the middle. So Brazil has many different regions in it.
Yeah, Brazil's massive.
I actually can't, like, I couldn't even pronounce most of these in Brazil.
Yeah, I'm not too familiar on me, like, geography of the countries. I tend to know most countries and roughly where they are.
I know where the country is. Ish. Like...
Ish.
Well,
Ish'll do.
Well, it's a case of sometimes, like, you know, if for example, if somebody went, oh yeah, point on a world map where Uzbekistan is, I'd be like,
oh yeah, easy.
And it wasn't like, I didn't have any sort of geographical markers. I'd be like, it's around this bit.
Right next to Tajikistan.
Is that actually a place? Oh, it is.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Yeah, right next to Uzbekistan.
I'd never heard of Tajikistan. I'd heard of Uzbekistan and obviously like Afghanistan and stuff and Turkmenistan, but like I didn't know that one was a thing. Fair enough. It's not one that's discussed in regular regular sort of primetime TV, is it? Sort of, you know what I mean?
No, that's it. I've, it's just my. I'm just really interested in, like old Soviet bloc sort of areas.
Yeah.
Just me being a big old geography nerd. I think it's Tajikistan and Uzbekistan that have got a load of enclaves with each other as well.
Maybe.
So, like, bits of the country completely surrounded by another country. There's like a lot of those over the border. I think, I can't remember if might be... No, I'm sure it's them two.
Oh, it is, yeah. Pretty much.
Learn something new every day.
But it's a case of, like, for me, like, if you give me a map and it didn't have any, like if it just had landmass and no markings on it, like where the capital cities and stuff like that were, and the names of the countries, and somebody went, point out where this is, I'd get it in a rough idea. But
Yeah,
I can't name and point out where anything in these countries are, or like the flags for some of them, because some of them are really obscure. I'm not great with flags.
I'm not too bad. The reason I'm not too bad with flags is, you might remember this well. I used to have a terrible phone that I basically couldn't get any games or anything on, so I just used to do like general knowledge stuff.
Yeah, you used
flag
to.
quiz.
But yeah, you played like guess where this is, and it's like, oh great. And you'd ask me every so often, and I'm like, I have no idea, mate. Like name this company, and I'm like, oh, it's that one. But yeah, it's just one of those things. Like, I'm no good with like. To me, it's kind of all just big landmass in it. So it's like.
Yeah, that's it.
It's just one of those things. Like, let's face it, most of it is just connected landmass.
To you.
Right.
Not bollocks to you, bollocks to this smoke.
No, you've said that. Like, let's be honest. Like.
Bollocks to you, pal. I don't agree with your Pangean theories on continental drift.
No, but let's be honest. They all kind of connected together. The only beings that has put borders there is us. Like.
Yeah, that's it, man. You know, like countries are just an artificial construct, like time, to an extent.
All right, don't get deep. I'm just saying that basically they're all
I'm not getting deep. I'm just saying
most of them are connected, so you could basically walk across them if you really wanted to. It just would take a long ass time.
Yeah, that's it.
So it's a case of, to me, it's all frigging one and the other. I mean, I'd like to go, like the places I'd like to go. Like over time, is Japan, Australia. I'd like to visit America just to see what it's like.
Yeah, me too.
Just because, let's face it, Disneyland. And I'd like to go to Paris for Disneyland. Because it's a case of.
Oh yeah, me too.
I'd just go to every single one and be like, right, rate them out of the, like, because then you've got an experience of them and you can rate them, can't you, personally? Like, oh, which one did you prefer and which one did you go again? And that way, like, you know, it like.
And then you can compare it to Pleasure Beach at Blackpool.
No, it's just, I'm not gonna compare the Pleasure Beach at Blackpool to Disneyland. Disneyland's on a completely different level. Let's be honest. Blackpool.
What, you mean it's higher above sea level?
As in, it's not naff and covered in chewing gum.
Sounds like you've had some interesting experience in Blackpool, mate.
No, but let's face it. Like, let's be serious for a moment. A lot of the
Oh my god! Let me get my serious hat.
a lot of the streets in England are covered in chewing gum.
Yeah, they are.
And it's absolutely disgusting. And it's a case of, in America and other countries, I hope they have more respect for their country, that they're not going to do it, because it's a case of people have to pay money to get that cleaned up, and because they have to pay money to get that cleaned up, that means there's less money going into things that actually need it, like helping drug addicts and stuff.
Yeah.
Which is just naff. And I mean, it's not a lot to just clean up. It might not be a lot to clean up one piece of chewing gum, but it adds up. Like, you don't pay one person to clean up one piece.
A huge amount.
Yeah. So, it's just naff. And it's just the case of you'd want something nice. So.
That's it. And I, given our where we've both worked previously, together at the same time, I really dislike the attitude of, I'll just leave it there, someone else will clean it up, it's their job to.
Yeah.
That really winds me up. I'm just like, it'll take you 30 seconds to find a bin and put your gum in it, or you could just chuck it on the floor.
Now, if I'm honest, I think it does depend on what it is, because it's a case of...
Oh yeah, I'm not saying that as a blanket statement, just in general, for fast food. You're out and about, you finish eating a pie, you don't just throw your pie wrapper on the floor, do you?
You just casually wandering around eating a pie.
Well, Ginsters have made it incredibly easy.
That's not the point. I mean, the point is, who walks around casually eating a pie?
Don't you enjoy a nice pie?
Yeah, when I'm sat down having a meal, not casually walking around the city, stuffing my face with a pie.
You can get them on meal deals from Tesco and such have you.
The point. The point is, who just goes, I'll just have a pie for lunch. Nobody.
I have done it before. Would you consider a steak bake a pie?
No, it's a steak bake. That's just a...
Would you consider it some kind of meat lattice?
I'd call it a pastry. I'd call it a savoury pastry.
Isn't all pastry really a pie or wannabe pie?
No, it's not.
If you want to be my pie,
get out.
Get with me, pastry.
What
chums,
the hell is that?
Pastry
That
chums.
is awful.
Fuck those, pal.
If you want to be my pie, get out of here, you yourself.
Yeah, I've got my serious hat on and everything.
You've never seen a serious hat.
Can you imagine my serious hat?
Yeah, it's probably like a jester's crown or something. Is it a crown? A jester's hat? Would it be a crown?
Like 4 little protrusions, aren't it?
Yeah, I don't know.
I was looking for a phrase other than dangly bits, and I came up with protrusions.
I mean, I don't know what they're called. What would you call them?
Fabric wangs? That's probably not the technical term.
It's called a cap and bells.
Cap and bells?
Yeah.
Alright, interesting.
Cap and bells could be in the following forms, and I'm quoting it here exactly.
Excellent.
So, it's with 2 horns, which is like the sort of side bits, which are actual
Oh, horns are they sort of referred to as?
Or no, there can be a few of them. So, it can be with ass's ears and an ass tail, often curling forward. Or,
right.
And this one is I've never seen this, with a coxcomb crest.
What's a coxcomb crest?
It is the fleshy growth on the crest of the top of a turkey, pheasant, or a domestic chicken. It's the male, rooster fleshy jiggly bit.
What? No, can't say I've ever seen one of them neither, pal.
I've never seen that on a jester, but you know.
No, I can't say I have either. Although, you know, how often do we see jesters in our like typical day-to-day life? It's not quite.
I think that is coxcomb. Because it's a comb of skin, so it's and the cock is a rooster in it. So I'd just never seen it like as a thing. I'd assume it would have been 2 words, not 1. But fair. The English language is weird.
Yeah, the English language is weird, isn't it?
Yeah. But there you go. So now you know something new. Apparently that would go on a jester's hat. Just a big old flappy bit of like cloth. Which must be very frustrating. Because could you imagine trying to like be ridiculous or an attempt to be funny while this giant bit of cloth is flapping around on your head?
Yeah, it would be a bit annoying, I guess. Oh yeah, I'm completely lost here. I'm gonna put a repel on and get thinking.
I mean, what else is new that you're...
So I've checked the one downstairs. So let's see what this one's saying. Yeah, we've learned a few things today, haven't we?
Yeah, just say it. The least.
How do I get there? Over here. Don't recall being down here. Yes, I do. No stairs over yonder. I'm sure there's nowhere I can go from up here. No. Curse you, son of our mansion.
Curse your...
Repel's effects wore off. Gee, I'd really like to use another one.
Nah. Nah,
That's
you're
something
okay.
good that they added in later gens. Your repel's worn off. Would you like to use another one right now? Yes.
Yeah. That's... I mean, I don't know. It just seems a bit arbitrary sometimes. Like, it's nice. But let's face it, if you ran out and it's just asking you and you don't know and you're like, yeah. And it's like, well, it's kind of like, well, tough, you can't. You know?
I don't think it comes up if you've run out. I might be wrong.
I don't know. That's just it. It's a case of I haven't...
Don't think
I've
I've
never
ever
really
tested
used
it.
Maybe you should. In the future.
What we're saying, Deck, left or right?
Don't know.
My mentor once lived here. You've got the length of this battle to decide. I'm taking your word for it.
You're right-handed, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
And you can go right because I'm left-handed.
Okie doke.
And it's your playthrough, not
Fine,
mine.
Dynamite. Right,
so
you
there
are,
you go.
Governor.
That is literally my whole logic there. You're right-handed, so you're going right. Done.
Yeah, makes sense. And get Mushroom Fill, I'll get a little slither of XP. It's so hard to level up.
He shouldn't be naff then, should he?
It's not his fault. He's a zombie insect of some kind.
Nobody says it's a zombie. Don't be mean to him.
Mostly a zombie.
It's not his fault.
It's not his fault. It's the parasitic mushroom there that's like... Ha! Missed! Ha! Ha ha ha!
Oh, alright, Rich, calm down.
Don't you love it when that happens? Dicky defeated. Scientist! Alright, Napkin Crouch. right are we saying? Right, I'll pop down to it right after I've...
Napkin crotch.
That's the chap. Nope, we will go left.
See, my logic works. I guess.
Only if it's reverse psychology.
Well, no, not really, because let's be honest. I did say that if it was my playthrough, I would go left, but it's yours, so you are going right.
I just asked for a suggestion, man.
Yeah, but you thrust the suggestion upon me when I am just here, casually just enjoying the experience.
My pain.
Well, yeah, that too.
Oh, this looks new. I need to get slightly closer to you. Closer. There shouldn't be anyone here. Well then, what are you doing knocking about old napkin crotch?
Stop calling him napkin crotch.
Look at that. What do you see?
Weirdly enough, I see that he's wearing knee-high socks, and that is the same colour as his skin.
So you're saying he's got his square dick out?
Just a skin-coloured flap. You can get skin-coloured clothing, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, that's very true. Exact same size as an electrode, that seismic toss animation. Wheezing.
It would be better if it's literally like lifted them up when it did it.
Yeah. I don't think that happens even in the most recent ones.
No, it doesn't.
Look at that second wheezing head.
The most recent ones, as far as we know, because it's a case of we're going to get new ones soon, aren't we? So we don't know about those.
Oh yeah.
Might do.
I feel like we could comfortably say that at any point. Like, are you excited for the new Pokemon game? Not mentioning any specific names of it. Yes.
I mean, you're always excited for a Pokemon game, and I know you are. It's just a case of, for me, I'm more excited for Monster Hunter than I am Pokemon. But that's because Monster Hunter, I found a lot more challenge with Monster Hunter than I did Pokemon. Because the challenge with Pokemon is completely optional.
Yeah, that's it. You know, you can, well, essentially make your own fun with it, like we're doing here.
Well, it's a case of you can do these sort of things, which are like Nuzlocke.
Oh god, that hurts the eyes. Look at the state of that.
I did tell you these things move, and it's just horrible to look at.
No, that's not moving. That's just a trick of the eye. That, but peas and rice.
No, it's because of it does the same when people are like you're moving and people move as well. So it's that slight lag.
A slight amount of movement. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dirk,
you see how it looked like he's walking there when you were just walking up.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Look.
Yeah, there is a bit of jiggle around.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Where am I now?
I think it's to do with the frame rate of the game or something at that point in time.
Yeah, possibly.
And they kind of locked it, but who knows?
Aww.
Eyes are still horribly inverted.
No, I thought we said Growlithe looks fine. And,
did we do
that off camera?
Yeah, we did that off camera. We were saying that Growlithe looks fine in comparison, and then Arcanine looks like its eye is slowly melting.
Yeah, it does. Yeah,
because it's all like rippled.
Just after we finished our last recording session, we had a had a quick look at Blaine's team, see what we're working with. Which is why I went mad and did a lot of grinding. Who wouldn't?
But yeah, essentially, the only problem that I had with Pokemon is a case of you kind of make your own fun with it. So it's a case of you can make it as difficult as you want by actually trying to make the game difficult by not like either doing Nuzlocks or not leveling stuff up to like ridiculously high levels and trying to beat the game. Or you could just play the game, grind them up, grind the Pokemon that you've got up to whatever the friggin' hell level, and then be like, done. But with Monster Hunter, it's kind of like, no, you actually have to learn this stuff to be able to win, and you can't win otherwise.
Yeah, fair enough, man.
So it's like you have to learn, like, and it's a lot of analysis. So it's like you have to time your actions to the monster's movements, and you have to predict the monster's movements by battling the monster multiple times to like learn when it's going to do stuff, what it's going to do, when it's angry or more aggressive, what it's weak to, and stuff like that. And I just found it interesting.
Totally, man. Right. I think that's all we've got time for today. On the next episode, we'll probably get out of Pokemon Man-sion. Probably.
We'll wait because
no promises.
You look lost.
No, I know exactly where I'm going. It's just the impression I gave.
I mean, that's every single opportunity that people ask you where are you going, Rich.
Well, we'll see you on the next episode.
Yeah,
hey, you were
see you
right
then.
there, Candy. Bye.